What would your life look like if instead of asking why me, you ask what's next for me? Oh, goodness. I got to ask you that again. What would your life look like if instead of asking why me, you asked what's next for me? You don't ever want to get stuck in the trap of self-pity. And when you ask the question, why me, you are going to fall into that loop of self-pity. It's going to cause you to be unproductive. It's going to shift your energy. It's going to cause you to not be as creative. It prevents you from doing the thing that you need to do to get out of the negative cycle, out of the negative spiraling, right? What is spiraling? It is when you're just going down and you can't get yourself out of it. And so I want to know from you, if you have been putting your focus and your energy in the wrong places, like what have you been focusing on? And if it's not on growth, if it's not on developing yourself, if it's not on problem solving, if it's not on finding the solution, like if your focus has been on complaining, if your focus has been on what's missing, if your focus has been on what's lacking, if your focus has been on what someone has done to you or what did not work out in your eyes, then your focus has been in the wrong place. And focusing on the problem, focusing on the fact that you were done wrong can initially feel comforting, but it does keep you stuck in a cycle of inaction. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of negativity. It keeps your emotions high. And so what you want to do is acknowledge the pain, right? I'm not saying to ignore what happened. Like when I experience rejection, and I experience rejection a lot, just about every day. And I experience rejection just about every day because I put myself in front of it. Because I have discovered that those who exceed their expectations are those who are not afraid to risk being rejected. They're not afraid to risk making a mistake. They're not afraid to risk being disappointed. And so I will say this, I have made a lot of big jumps and leaps, but I did not do it on my own, right? I did not do it on my own. God, the Father, has been with me, right? But I must say that if I had stayed in my head about some of the decisions that I know I needed to make, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I promise. I would have been still focused on who did me wrong, who stole from me, who owes me this, who talked about me, who lied on me, who did. My focus was in the wrong place. I had to let that energy go. Like some of you are giving other people too much control over you, too much control over your emotions, too much control over your results. Like you got to be willing to move away from that. And so are you giving your challenges power over your potential? Are you giving are you giving other people more power and control over you than they should have? And you will know that you're doing this by where your focus is. So this is a challenge that I want you to do. I want you to begin to be very self-aware. I want you to think about what you are thinking about. Just take note of it. Like if you find yourself going negative, you find yourself reflecting on what someone has done to you, you find yourself reflecting on the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the rejection, how angry, like when you find yourself in that place, it's time to take a step back. Again, acknowledge it, acknowledge the feeling, and remind yourself that the feeling is not you. You might feel upset, but you as a person, that is not who you are. And so you need to recognize that, right? You might have been rejected, but that doesn't mean that you are not a lovable person. That does not mean that you are not a brilliant person. And sometimes it means that you are aiming too low.